Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle, and this is your Mixtape Monday homage to my 80s upbringing. Basically, this is a mixtape of readings that you guys request in the comments of this video and also the post that I put out on Sunday night. So I got a lot of questions. So I'm going to do as many of them as I can. The first big block is all about the royals. So I know you guys love our royals, and then we're going to circle back. We're going to talk about some royals some more. So before we do that, I want to remind everybody I am still having a 20% off sale for the entire summer. I also am working diligently on the digital course so that you guys can take a course with me. My in-person live course is a little bit out of budget for some people. So I'm creating this digital course so that you guys can get the benefit of learning from me in a digital format at your own pace, either poolside or tableside, bedside, wherever you want to study. And you also have the option to book a private session with me if you want to level up some of your education in psychic ability and tarot reading. So it's pretty cool. We're going to have Lenormand course on there. We're going to have all sorts of stuff. So you can either buy the full package and get all of the courses. Don't do that just yet because I'm going to add a lot more before the end of the year. But we're going to have the 101 course up and a few others for you initially. I want to get some feedback from everybody and find out how they like it. So, and I will take requests on that. So I hope to see you guys there. But thank you everyone for the new subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. We've got a whole bunch, and another subscriber bloom went through. So it's great to have you here. I hope you're enjoying your stay. And thank you for all the comments and super thanks and super chats and super stickers. It's the end of the month, so I am going to make sure that I do some more lives for you. But like I said, I'm really, really busy with a whole bunch of stuff. So that being said, PNR is going to be back next week after the 4th of July holiday. So we're going to be talking more about that too. And I'll be back with Rick Paul on Monday morning, tomorrow morning. You guys can do Vibe with the Tribe with us, and we'll have a great time and get your week started off right. For those of us in America, it's going to be a holiday week. For those of us in Britain, it's going to be a voting week. So there's going to be some interesting things that are coming up. So let's pull up our card view and make it a little bit bigger and get down and dirty with this Mixtape Monday. So first question. Will Megan Markle, Ms. Markle, will she ever reconcile that her loss of status is her own dang fault? Is she ever going to realize that? Keep in mind, when we work with tarot, we are working with the energies at play in the immediate moment. And I'm just going to bring my Hydesville tarot over here because I do think we're going to need that. At this time, I do not think so. I don't think that she is ever going to say, I did what I did and it caused this problem. Why do I say this? Well, because we get this 3 of Pentacles. She's always going to blame her advisors here. She's the smartest person in the room, but someone gave her poor data. So our Queen of Pentacles usually is working with data, hard facts. Think floppy disks. She has a disk on her lap. So she's always going to say that, while she's the smartest person, she's only as smart as the data that was given to her, and it was given to her poorly. Later, she may be able to correct her course. This is still the thinking. She'll always be able to correct the course. But the worst part of it is that she has to look at herself every day. She's got to wake up and go to sleep with herself. So that part of it, it really, that's kind of punishment enough, if you ask me. This deniability of what she really is quite difficult. Up here, not being able to restart, resurrect, start over again, that is going to be, that she's blaming that on others. We have that here with the bad data and the poor advice given. So at the moment, no, I do not think that she will ever, ever, ever accept that it was her fault. So next question, with William as king, would would Megan accept Harry as no longer important to the royal family? So I'm gonna kind of flip this question around. How is Megan going to feel about Harry's position when William becomes king? Because that is something that's going to happen. So let's see what we get. Oh, she's gonna cut and run. She's gonna cut and run. Once William becomes king, she's out of there. If they're still together, she is gonna skippity doo-dah right on down the road. She's gonna get out of there. She's gonna realize that he is basically useless. I hate to be like that. No one's really useless, but his position for her means is going to be useless. So she'll say, we need to separate, do our own courts. It's going to be traumatic for Harry. Clearly he's put all of his eggs in that basket. The Four of Swords is about rest and recovery. And when we get it in reverse, this is, no rest for the weary. No, we're going to be struggling with that. We're going to be wrangling with it and in the throes of our own chaos and our own psychological terror at this point. I can't really describe it as any other thing, because up here he will realize that the weird thing is that once she leaves, Harry's going to feel like all of his opportunities fly out the window. It's so strange that he really does not recognize that he had the power advantage in the relationship. He just gave all of it away, very, and I'm sorry, but a very weak man, very, very weak man, giving all of that power away. There's something to be said about being courteous and inclusive of your spouse, but he just emptied his cup all over the place. It was really something awful. And to what end? That he now is grasping onto this sad personality, where it's not going to be that he married someone who took advantage of his position in the world, but that the royal family and his brother and everyone, the media, everyone has ruined this great love for him. That's really where we're going to be. Again, no, he'll take no responsibility for this. Megan will see him as completely powerless. We have the King of Wands in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse. He's not going anywhere. There's no salvaging this. He is scrap metal at this point. So will she recognize that he is no longer important to the family? I think she realizes it already. I think she knows that there's a shell there that she can kind of shove him in front. He's got the name, use that for what it's worth. But I think when the time comes, she will, when in the fullness of time, when William ascends, I think she'll be gone. I think that'll be easy for her to go. Does Katherine think William could take on being king when needed? How does Katherine feel about her husband ascending to the throne? How does she feel about that? Let's see. How does Katherine, Princess of Wales, feel about William ascending to the throne? So stress will be alleviated. We will the mendicants. Yes, there we go. And I pulled two out for here. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go, boys and girls. There we go. So I do think that her impression of what will happen when they ascend, let's say they, uh, the pressure will be off, and the people that have cast off their mantle in exchange for celebrity, fun in the sun in California, the dichotomy between the two will the chasm between king and the exiled prince will become very, very large. I think this is something that is very agreeable to them at this point. I think they're in and I do think that most of the royal family agrees at this point that um they really can't have they have to go no contact. So if they are talking to HG Tutor, they're, they're listening, they're going no contact. And this will be absolute no contact. They, there'll be a flurry of things in the news. There'll be, an article here and there, but we're going to run out of steam eventually. They've told all the stories that they can, and if there's no contact, there are no stories moving forward. We can't craft any more incidents where we're offended. We are no longer doing that. And we all have people like this in our life that are perennially offended about something. Um, it doesn't make any sense to keep inviting them into your home if they're going to be offended by your stemware or the wine you chose or the food that you're serving. It's really doesn't serve anyone well. But over here, we get this radicalized exiled prince who now really shows his true colors. And in this chasm, I just want to make the chasm there. Here, we'll do it like this here. Chasm. We'll put William all the way up there. In the chasm that is created, we get the ending of this particular chapter in the history book on the Mountbattens. We get the closure. They'll dangle and twist in the wind, but there's not really going to be any more stories. If they decide they're going to come out with a blockbuster story about the royal family, everyone's going to know that it's bullish because they can't possibly have any more stories about them because they have no contact with them. And if they had this blockbuster, bombshell, they should have put it in the first book or the second book. We still have Megan's book to contend with, so we'll see. We'll see about that one. All right, so I think Katherine it will be relieved when William takes the throne. I think she will be relieved because they will have agency over everything. They're going to be able to call the shots, and they're going to be able to say, "Yeah, you're done. You're not coming back here." So would Megan recognize as William as a true king? Would she curtsy to him? Would she recognize him as a true king? What is the story Megan's going to tell herself about William? So if someone says, well, what do you think of King William? Megan's going to say, oh, he's terrible. He's a horrible family man. That's what she's going to attack. She's going to attack his integrity as a husband, a father, and a man versus as a king. I don't think she'll make any assertions about what he's like as a king. So she'll attack that family, and she'll say, that his shadiness is just going to be perpetuating. The whole misogyny, all of that, she's gonna bring all that into it. That's gonna be if we were having lunch with her and we said, what's he really like, this is what she's gonna say: he's a terrible father, he's a terrible spouse. I would die if my spouse was like that. It's really awful. And they're teaching their children to be like that. They're going to just perpetuate this. Generational curses. They're living generational curses. So is he the true king? Does she recognize him as that? Yeah, she goes into like a whole spiel about democracy at that point, where like, the best man can win, and she'll probably go back into history and cite, some, mini coup that happened in the royal family or something like that, the 9-day queen or something. She'll cite some kind of bastardized historical vignette, to try and prove a point. It won't get proven. Right. She'll keep saying that. Right. So they did this and then right. So will she curtsy to him? Would she ever curtsy to him? Uh, she would, to get the job done. But the job would be manipulation. The job would not be to honor and subjugate or defer to the power of the king, but it would be to manipulate the situation and see what she could get out of it. Oh, I would do it. I would just do it and then see what I could get out of it. That's not a shocker with her. That's not a shocker. Just for curiosity, if we ask Harry the same question, is your brother the king? What do we get? We got unfortunately, yes, but if you knew things about him that I knew, you wouldn't think he was great. Would you curtsy to him? Would you bow to him? It would pain me because he's a terrible person and it's against my better judgment, but I would do the minimum effort. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Minimum effort. Okay, so I answered that question. Next one. Would Megan and the children go to the funeral of King Charles? Now, again, we're talking about the energy that's in play right now with the relationship dynamics that are in play right now. Would Megan go to the funeral? She would bring the kids too. She would go. It would be a repeat. In fact, if her and Harry aren't together, I think she will still go. If they break up prior to the passing of King Charles, I think she will still make an effort to go. Not that she would be allowed in, but I think she would still make an effort to go. Like, I have to go with my children, or it would be something like that. She would certainly, I think, be in town and be having like her own gig. Now, there is this thought that, in these cards, that this is, completely snubbed, not being invited. But the children are, but it would be some kind of exchange money for their attendance. Like, she have to get paid for their performance or something like that, which is just so diabolical and mean. But definitely conflict, digging her heels in. Does she want to go? Which is what initially was coming through. Absolutely. I mean, what a great opportunity. She's at the funeral of the king. She was at the funeral of the queen. Why not be for the funeral of the king? She's just a piece of work, this one. She really is. All right. Megan has a history of not accepting advice, but does she need staff to give advice to make her feel validated in her own decision? So, what I think this question is more, does she use her staff to validate her decisions and ideas, which is very sycophantic. Yeah, she does run her ideas past her staff, not her family. Margus Anderson. I think Margus Anderson is a much closer counsel than he appears to be. I think she is on the phone with him way more frequently than we know. Is he good counsel? I don't know. He's very there's a lot of machinations behind, Machiavellian machinations. There's definitely something to be said about her involving others to be sure that she has like backup for her ideas. Does she take it out on them if her ideas go poorly? Absolutely. She blames them. So this is, like the whole gaslight. I'm going to blame you, and then I'm going to pull it back and, tell you that, it was a collective decision. But publicly, she lets people take the fall for her. Publicly, she does that, which is really, really, again, despicable. But so there it is. So we're going to come back to the Patrick Tillman. I know nothing about sports. I know nothing about NFL or anything like that. I know who Patrick Tillman is or was. I know who he is. I know what he did. And I know his face every time I see him. And I think the fact that Harry got the Patrick Tillman Award is terrible, but we're going to come back to that. So let's hop on over here to some bigger questions. So we've got, with all that's going on in the world today and our freedom slowly being taken away from us, will this NWO fall as the people rebel, or will they win? It is a bit deep, but I think we should take a look at this. So now, post debate, I'm not going to say that 45 won, because I don't think that he was, playing the way he would. I don't think he was playing the game the way that he could. Let's put it that way. But the Democratic Party is kind of in a tizzy right now. So the mechanism that's running all of this, will they fall? Let me pull up my card view. There you go, guys. We've got dissension in the ranks. We've got full stop. They've got a problem right now. Oh, this is exactly what they did not want. I keep getting this Page of Pentacles, guys, and I'm worried about who that is, because this is a new face. And I don't know if it's a new sum face, but this is a new face that's going to show up on the scene and definitely blow away some of the fears here. This gaslighting card, the Seven of Cups. When we get that, it's gaslighting when it's in the upright. When we get it in reverse, it's kind of blowing away all of the smoke and the mystery behind it. So they are right now the powers that be. That Knight of Swords. You can see my my debate video 4 if you want to know who that Knight of Swords is, because that is the sentiment in my video. Maybe I'll put a card on the end so you can go right to it. I just learned how to do that. So, yay. Yay me. So I don't see that they are going to fall. But what I do see is right now they are in a tizzy trying to find purchase. I'm sorry, guys. It's a little bit late in the day for me to be doing this. They're scrambling up a sand dune trying to find purchase and trying to find that new representative that's going to take us into the future. That's what they're looking for. They're having a little bit of trouble finding it. That Page of Pentacles feels a little noose to me, but I think they're trying to find somebody else. This guy, go see video 4 of the debates. Go see it. It's the Jill Biden video. So going to fall. Is it falling? It's failing. It's failing. Things are falling apart, but there's our Knight of Cups. They're going to get a pretty face in there. They're going to get a pretty face that people are going to be able to rally around. It'll breathe excitement back into the party and into the election. It will it's almost like the star football player got knocked out and they brought in this rookie, and the first 5 minutes on the field, he looks amazing. He's doing great things. So that's kind of what they need. It's like Rudy, like the movie Rudy. So there we go. There we go. There we go. So let's see. All right. So I'm going to skip over the Harry one. Karen Reed's current, and now I don't know who Karen Reed is. So I'm just going to pause and look her up real quick. So I knew it sounded familiar. So she is accused of unaliving her police officer boyfriend or husband. Let me see. Boyfriend. So she dropped him off at a party, and I guess he was found outside, not in good shape. Possibly was hit by her and left. So let's just go right to her. I know enough to be dangerous at this point. So let's just go right to her, guys. So did she or didn't she? Entanglement. Yeah. Look at that. Faded though. Oh yeah. Yeah. Not using her best mind. So I think when we get this 3 of Wands, we're looking at possibly additional people in the situation, possibly not in the act, but maybe she had something going on the side. Or maybe he had something going on the side. Somebody had something going on the side. Down here, wasn't willing to turn a blind eye to it. Absolutely fated to have been with this person. This is something that has happened in lifetimes prior. Death card, unstoppable. We weren't able to steer around this, but she's not a great person in this lifetime. I don't know if he was either. I get that there's something a little off about his energy, but not a great person in this lifetime. That split moment decision making. Kind of an effort attitude. Effort up here, not thinking about the consequences as they extend to the remainder of her spiritual life, her energetic life. It was not looking at that. Here, the outcome card, we get the home card. So I don't think she's going to get convicted of. I don't think she's going to get that. I don't think there's enough proof there for that to happen. So I think she's, there's something about doing some time, having already done sometimes. I'm assuming she's in custody, not on bail. But I'm so sorry, guys. Sleepy gal. Let me drink some water. As always, remember, I'm having a sale this summer. And you can get 20% off on any readings booked with me at the link below. Woke up a little. Sorry about that, guys. It is late for me. It is late. So, I think a bit of time served is going to be said. I think there's going to be like community service or something like that. Whatever it is, short of a full acquittal, they're not going to be happy with. They want a full acquittal. They want her walking out the door. But is she going to get that? I don't think so. I don't think so. But is she going to get what the prosecution wants her to get, which is, full muerto? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think anybody's going to be happy with the outcome of this one. So wait, was there more? There was more question, but not related to her. So now I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. I used to watch true crime all the time. Like I used to watch true crime shows. I used to watch Court TV, and I eventually had to get away from it because it was really wrecking my energy, and I was just like, everywhere I turned, I saw a crime scene. It was really terrible. As a psychic, I typically don't read true crime because I have a hard time separating from it. It just the readings, like I was really into the Martha Moxley case, especially because Mark Furman, actually, I'm sorry, my bangs are driving me nuts. They're like right in my eye. Especially since Mark Furman did the book Murder in Greenwich, that kind of reopened the case. Essentially, it was really a remarkable book. And yes, Mark Furman of the O.J. Simpson infamy, but and the JonBenet Ramsey case was something that I was very keen on. I actually knew people that were kind of around that area. I love Boulder, Colorado. I think Boulder, Colorado is an amazing place. Those flat irons are awesome. But isn't that what they call them? The flat irons, the big rocks that come out of the mountain range right there. It's gorgeous up there. But nonetheless, so all right, let's jump back into the Royals. Let's jump back into the Royals. If you do like true crime, go see my girlfriend Alicia Wicker, because she loves true crime. She even made a deck, True Crime and Conspiracy. I use it on this channel sometimes, but she loves the true crime. It just sticks with me a little too long, and I can't shake it. So, all right, will Harry be withdrawn from the ESPY Awards due to the murmurings of his unsuitability? Also, did Harry or a spy connected to him attack Anne? So, all right, I'm gonna do the second question first. Did Harry have something to do with what happened to Princess Anne? Did he have anything to do with that? Ace of Pentacles. Oh, let me make this nice and big for you guys. Bloop. There we go. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. No. He honestly, he doesn't have means, and she is someone that he's trying to align himself with. He does not want to fight with her, even though he has fought with her in the past. I think he is very much trying to align himself with her in recent years, because she is holding the purse string. She was managing, I guess, his trust that he got from the Queen Mother. I think she did have something to do with the Diana trust that he received. But I think, if anything, he's trying to, cozy up to her. But she sees through the bullish. It's a little bit hard to get over on her. So, no, I don't think that he has the means to do something like that. I think his efforts are to keep it sweet with her. But was it a spy? Was it a spy in the House of Love? Not in the House of Love. The Doors song, for those of you that are too young. All right. Was it a spy? Temperance. No, I really think that this was just an incident that happened. I think she was out there by herself. I don't think she should have been. I think, you shouldn't be roaming around the moors. Beware the moors. You shouldn't be roaming around by yourself when you're at a certain age. I mean, I don't even like to do that. What if something happens? What if you roll an ankle? What if something like that happens? But no, I just don't think that there was anything that was sketchy that went on. I really do think it was an accident. I mean, I know the royal family's going through some weird stuff. So let's talk about Patrick Tillman just for a minute. So Patrick Tillman was an NFL football player. Don't ask me what team. Don't ask me for his stats or anything like that. It's an NFL football player. He was signed professional football player. And after the 9/11 attacks, he was inspired to join our armed services. He was apparently very well decorated. He had like a marksman award. He was heading in the right direction. He was unfortunately unalived in a practice scenario or by friendly fire. I shouldn't say practice scenario, but by friendly fire. And the military attempted to cover that up. So now there is an award, the Patrick Tillman Award, which when you look at the scope of his life, and you can Google him, I'm giving you enough to be dangerous. I'm scratching the surface. With that scope of someone who had it made in the shade and then turned around to dedicate themselves to serve and protect, one thinks that the recipients of that award would also be individuals that sacrificed creature comforts to serve and protect, one would think. Yes. So I don't necessarily see Harry as having done that. The Invictus Awards, I think, fall into a different category, and we can argue all day in the comments about that the royal family set those up. I totally get it, and that it was his and Williams, and then they gave it to him because they felt bad for him because they just wanted him to have something of his own. So, the Invictus games don't seem to match up to the service and integrity of someone like Patrick Tillman. Again, I have no idea about any, like, you could slap me in the face. I don't even know what Travis Kelce looks like. I swear I know what his brother looks like because I think his brother's a hoot, but I don't even know what Travis Kelce looks like, but I do know what Patrick Tillman looks like. And damn, good looking guy. I only recognize him in the uniform picture, not in the football pictures. He had hair in the football pictures, but apparently his mother is not really thrilled about Harry getting this and made a comment, a public comment about that it should have gone to someone more deserving. So let's take a look what's going to happen with this award. So card view up. Maybe not. Card view up. There we go. There it is. I think I need new mouse. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. What is the ESPN Crazy Awards? What are they going to do about this problem like Harry? Are they going to reissue the award? They're exposed. Coming up with some solutions. They have other solutions there. Really don't have much to go on. So somebody, I can't remember who it was, but somebody said, oh, they should give it to somebody like Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi was a firefighter, and when 9/11 happened, he hustled his butt on back to New York and went to his fire department and started working. His former fire department just started working. So, good guy. I like that Steve Buscemi. I think he's a cutie patootie. So they're working on it. They're of two minds at this point. So they really can't extract the award now that the cat's out of the bag. Toothpaste is out. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm yawning. I'm making everyone else yawn as you're watching this. They can't really take it back. I think perhaps they will have Crafty Harry, have Harry craft an acceptance speech that leans more heavily on, this isn't an award for me as much as it's an award for Invictus and all of the participants. I think that, please don't let Megan write this. I think that, use AI, Harry. So I think that is kind of the workaround, the way that this award is accepted. I don't think they're going to take it away from him. They want to. If they could, they would. They're working on something, but I think it's that acceptance speech. I think it's the acceptance speech. So let's take a look. Was Patrick Tillman's mom really upset? Is that quote that we're all hearing? Is it legit? Is it legit? Look at that. Getting some of these same cards, a lot of the same cards, guys, and I'm shuffling them. Yeah, I think it's legit. I think she is questioning the people who decided where that was going to go. And I think that she is going to so there's some kind of scholarship or some kind of foundation that they have for him, and I think she's going to redirect herself back to that and you do more to advance individuals that have shown selflessness in service. I think that is, she's not really a vindictive person. She's not going to come back and, yell at the SBs and be like, oh, what are you doing? Stop, using my son's name in vain. But I think she's going to be more productive about it and work on their own endeavors and really double down on those and make those much more valuable and much more worthy of of the recipients that they assign them to, if that makes sense. So I do think that's what she's going to do. So so there it is. There it is. That is our mixed tape Monday, guys. I hope you continue to enjoy these. They're fun, because I know I get a lot of questions. The reason why I started doing these is it's an homage to my 80s upbringing, but I get a lot of questions in the comments, and I always try and go back and answer them. And it's so hard for me to catch up on all of them. So I hope you guys like this. I hope you comment down below anything you want me to read for next week. So unfortunately, if it's a subject that totally blows up and like we have all the answers, then we won't read on it. But I'm enjoying doing these. I hope you guys are. I am going to try and get lots of content out for you this week. I got a lot going on. I am really trying to get this course finished for you because I know lots of you want to do it. There are going to be ebooks on the platform too. Ebooks. So we're going to have some ebooks there. I'm considering adding a section, and let me know what you guys think about this. Channeled fiction. How about that? So, what we can do is take a point in time and kind of write the alternate alternate outcome to certain things. It's a very neat thing. Do that like through automatic writing, combination of psychic ability and automatic writing. So cool stuff. So I'm going to try and have lots of neat content for you on this new school that I have, the Fortune Cookies Tarot and Divination School. So this is my since September when I left my job, when I resigned, so many different things have happened, and I'm really excited about it. It's just like I keep adding to this business. So I'm grateful and thankful to all of you, just the viewers and everybody that's hanging out and supporting me. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So I really very much appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the private readings. I'm getting my private readings in too. So, we are in a holiday week. So this week it's going to be a little tight with my schedule. And the following week, my other kid is getting their wisdom teeth out. So I'm going to be, back to nursing people with teeth. So Angus will be having his out. So he's getting all 4 out. Ella only had 3. But Angus has 4. I only have 3 myself. So, and I'm debating. I just saw, in the course of watching all of these, like how to care for wisdom teeth videos, I did see one guy say, you know, it's a ticking time bomb if you have wisdom teeth. And I have 3. So I don't know if I'm gonna, he said I could get them out if I want. So maybe I'll have them out. I don't know. They're not bothering me now. So I don't know if I want to take a week off. And, you know, I guess from all the soft food, I'd probably lose some weight. But I am getting back on the treadmill. So I'm going to be running again soon and conditioning up to that. So, but in the meantime, thank you so much, everybody. I am so grateful. A little ramble at the end of this, but thank you for being here. I will see you in the future. Thank you so much. Bye.